the sound of my tears.
How we doing, people? Once again, we are Tankers Fantasy Football. Thank you very much for joining us again here. Week 4 here, talking about some waiver wire dudes that you maybe want to sling up, put in your lineup, stash, wait and see, things like that. Start off with some running backs. I think the pickup this week, number 1, I think, is Wendell Smallwood if he's still on the waiver wire here.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody drafted him and lost faith in him in weeks 1 and 2 because he wasn't really doing anything, I mean, now Sproles went out there, broke his damn arm, tore his ACL.
Same play.
Same damn play.
What a day.
I mean, that's a shit day for him. They ended up having the bubble wrap for the preseason. They took him out of the bubble wrap. Shit got the fuck for him. He's out. He's out. He's probably done for the rest of his career. He's out.
Could be.
And it's probably the last we've seen of old Darren Sproles. Sorry to say. I mean, that sucks. He was a good football player for a very long time. But Wendell Smallwood went out there and got 12 carries for 71 yards. And I mean, if he's looking to get the Darren Sproles snaps, I mean, Darren Sproles was getting over half the snaps in this backfield. If he can get in there and get these Darren Sproles snaps, I think he can at least move his ass into solid flex play value into these like 12-teamers. What do you think?
Yeah, and if you're like a team that even is like 16, 18, even 20-man rosters, a dude like Corey Clement might even be worthy of a look as well in the Philadelphia backfield.
Deeper leagues, get on that Corey Clement action.
Found the end zone.
Yeah. Well, he's getting out there, he's grinding. Get up on some of that. We got some Alex Collins for the Ravens. If there's any shining part of that dog shit Raven offense that was early morning Yahoo
streaming.
Yahoo stream. Oh my goodness, Yahoo stream is the worst thing. Why you do this to me? But we're doing Yahoo in London, and maybe this guy sucks, but who's to say he doesn't suck less than Terrence West? I mean, Terrence West is a pretty big middle and bum his whole career. This guy did look a lot sprier. I know it was in garbage time when nobody really gave a shit to try and stop the run out there, but he did look a lot more spry than Terrence West. I mean, Buck Allen is the receiving back right now until Danny Woodhead comes back. When Danny Woodhead comes back, he's looking to steal from Buck Allen, not from the first and second down back per se, and I think that could easily become Alex Collins in these next couple of weeks.
Yeah, 82 yards on the ground. I want to say it was like 65 yards came in the last 2 drives of the game, and by that point it was already like a 10-score game anyway.
Yeah,
so they were, but like you said,
spark on this offense though, and I mean, this guy might be it for him. I mean, they need something to breathe some life out there. My goodness, they're dead to the world.
All right, let's get into some receivers here. Talking Devin Funchess, and at this point, there's just not a lot going. You got Olsen, of course, out for the year. We don't know the situation yet, quite on Benjamin, what's happened on there. But
Olsen might be back in like 6 weeks. So he's on the.
Well, yeah, he'll be out there.
Yeah, he'll be out there.
But in terms of fantasy playoffs, he might not. If you're not in the playoffs, he might not be on your roster again.
Poor Olsen.
But if you're looking at a guy like Funchess, I mean, what his target's gone from 2 to 6 to 10 the last 3 weeks.
So from 2 week 1, 6 when Olsen went out, 10 now that Olsen and Benjamin are out. And he only parlayed that into like what, 4 receptions for 58 yards or something like that.
Yeah, like 9 points, points.
He's looking to get that many looks. He is definitely worth a look on the waiver wire. I mean, these waiver wire receivers are thin.
McCaffrey seems to be the only guy at this point getting catches in that offense.
He's the only one you can probably write down for 5 or 6 balls. All right, Geronimo Allison. I mean, if Devontae Adams continues to struggle and Randall Cobb's injury continues to linger, I mean, this guy could work his way into some of your fantasy lineups out there. And if he's still on waiver wires, I think he is definitely worth a look.
Yeah, and Allen Hurns, touchdowns in back-to-back games here. And Blake Bortles somehow threw for 4 touchdowns here.
My goodness, they love London. Move to London, Jags. What are you doing? You're 3-1 in London. 3 in a row in the last 3.
Looking to be 3-1 on the year, facing the Jets.
Oh,
can it happen?
What is going on out there? We have seen the wonderful Jags. We have seen the dog shit Jags, and we have seen the wonderful Jags again. And what is it, Jags? I just want to know, baby. Because I feel like, as a Bears fan, I feel the struggle. The Jags is not the type of team that if they start doing good, you get mad about it. That is not the type of situation that, you kind of root for the old shit Jags out there. All right, who we got here? Who are we moving on to? Paul Richardson, especially if Doug Baldwin's groin injury is looking to linger whatsoever.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely...
Yeah, and Russell Wilson coming off a 4-touchdown game here. So finally it looks like he might have some feet underneath him again.
Like they came out on that field on that one drive, man, and like the world just clicked for him, and it was just like, I'm good again. And I mean, if he's still on waiver wires, somebody got too hasty out there weeks 1 and 2 because he shit the bed for him and cut the bait. I think he's definitely worth a look now this week versus the Colts and moving forward. I mean, hell, Paul Richardson, baby.
I don't know, about everyone got some action Thursday night, but Robert Woods, I mean, he over 100 yards, he's getting a ton of targets there. I mean, Jared Goff is looking very good to start the season. Robert Woods might find himself into a possible flex play role, especially with some of these bye weeks coming up in the next few weeks.
Yeah, some bye weeks coming up. There's no reason why a guy like Robert Woods, I think we might have seen the last of Cooper Kupp's fantasy value for the season. I mean, Watson looking like he's coming to form if he can get past this concussion situation. Robert Woods looks like a pretty decent NFL wide receiver out there. I mean, if these guys are getting if Robert Woods will continue to get these looks, I don't see any way why he can't become a back-end wide receiver 3 for it, especially with like the way Jared Goff has been looking as of late. I mean, he's looking like he is a professional athlete nowadays. Looking very good.
Looking like that number 1 pick they thought it would be.
Another guy, Andrew Luck might get in a few reps this week. Talking about maybe Andrew Luck might be back by what, like
week 6? They're thinking maybe
week 6, baby. And this kind of waiting. If Moncrief is out there on your waiver wires, you can probably go out there and get him pennies on the dollar. Couple weeks before Luck comes back, preemptive strike. And I mean, if Luck's on the field, I don't see how anyway Moncrief can't be at least a wide receiver 3 for you. I mean,
I think he can be even low-end wide receiver 2 at this point. When him and Luck are on the field together, they're basically a 50-50 shot this guy's finding his way into the end zone.
Even when Luck does come back, it's probably like at least a
Give it a week.
Wait and see on it just to see how it goes out there. But I mean, if you can get him for pennies on the dollar, if you got like a bench spot open, you got guys, you got some injuries, you got some guys that are just worth cutting the bait. I think Moncrief should definitely wait and see and hold for like 3, maybe 4 weeks to see what shapes out with this Luck situation. Yeah,
because fantasy playoffs, this is a guy who could pan off. If you're rocking Moncrief in the flex or so, coming into playoff time, when him and Luck get it rolling, that could be a serious play for you. In a position of tight ends this year where it's been absolutely awful, I mean, you're talking
desolation row tight ends.
Gronk and Ertz, I feel like are the heavy number 1s at this point. Even Kelsey can't be trusted.
They say 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Well, 1 out of 3 kind of fucking sucks, bud. So the thing is, I mean, let me look at him. He had 1 catch for 1 yard this week. You go to week 1, he had what, the 5 or whatever PPR points. So he had 2 out of 3 dog shit weeks. I know week 10. I know week 2 he went out there and he loved you sexy. But weeks 1 and 3 has been absolute dog shit. I mean, you look at his rankings right now. He's looking at guys like the Outlaw,
like Jack Doyle,
got more fantasy points than you do, bro. The Outlaw's got more fantasy points than you. The Dad Runner's got more fantasy points than you. It is just
it's close. It's tough. It's tough out there.
I don't see how.
So, with that said, especially if you are a Jordan Reed owner, even if you're not a Jordan Reed owner and you're just kind of hurting right now on some shaky tight end position, Vernon Davis, I feel like can be a very good play at this point. Kirk Cousins finally got the ball rolling. This offense doesn't seem to be clicking through the air as much as it should be. Terrell Pryor's done next to nothing. Crowder's done next to nothing. Vernon Davis and Thompson might be the only guys catching balls, it seems like.
Vernon Davis looked very, very spry out there. If you're telling, I mean, I think he looked better than Jordan Reed, even if Jordan Reed was on the football field. I mean,
even last year, he almost looked better.
Broken toe-ass Jordan Reed telling me Vernon Davis can't get it done. I mean, he still looks fast as he ever was.
I don't know. Ever was 4.3 speed.
Well,
he's probably still got 4.6 in him though.
4.5, 4.6. I bet he was looking pretty spry out there, boy. I'm all in on the big Vernon. Tight ends are in the goddamn dumpster. Tight ends are in the dumpster. If you're the Jordan Reed owner, you have to have Vernon Davis rostered. And if you're not, I mean, who knows with Jordan Reed? He could come back, play for a half, and then be out again for a month. So yeah, so Vernon Davis may be a good. Maybe definitely. I mean, I'm struggling out there in a couple of my leagues of tight end too. I mean, Maybe looking to soup up some old Vern. Hopefully Jordan Reed never plays again, baby. Go all in on the big Vern for the rest of the season. I mean, my goodness, who else are you going to rely on? Dick bums like Hunter Henry? Going out there and no way you start in week 2 after that awful 0 target week 1, and you're like, oh, he's back, and then he just shits on your chest again. He just shits all over you. Week 3 with another big goose egg. Oh, he's trash, baby. Oh, I'm sick of it.
Talking about another guy looking pretty good No, I'm saying Jared Cook here.
Oh, Jared Cook. I thought we were going
not yet. Not yet. That's Mirage.
Chasing points for the rest of your life with that one.
But Jared Cook, I mean, if you're taking a look, obviously Crabtree and Cooper are the guys who can catch the majority of the balls, but each had only 1 catch this past week.
Yeah.
Crabtree is banged up a little bit. Cook is probably the 3rd best threat through the air at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason. I mean, my goodness, tight ends are absolutely in the trash right now. And moving forward, Jared Cook may be a back in tight end 1. I don't see how he can't be. I mean, especially in these 12-teamers, 12, 14-teamers. I mean, Jared Cook's a very startable option right now. And I'll get to Mercedes Lewis. 3 touchdowns in London. He's pipe dreaming. It's ridiculous. He had 3 touchdowns in the last 3 years or whatever before this game. He had no catches coming into this game in the season. Don't fuck with that shit. Don't do it. You're chasing your points for the rest of your life.
If you saw a video on NFL.com, you saw Maurice Jones-Drew call it.
Did he?
He didn't say 3, but...
Well, I mean, if he was at 3, he
would have been cut. He would have been fired from NFL Network.
He's the golden goose. We would have had to, like... ask him what the lottery numbers are. I mean, tell me Mercedes Lewis is going to score 3 touchdowns, and then he did. My goodness, kidnap him. Kidnap him and ask him what the lottery numbers are.
He's the second coming.
He is Nostradamus out there, baby. He is on it.
All right, let's hit some QBs. At this point, I'm saying these 3, if you're in 12, 14, man, these guys might be very startable options right now. And I'm saying Russell Wilson, first guy on the list, if he is still available for some reason on waivers, coming off that hot 4 TD game, getting a great matchup here. Even if Doug Baldwin might be out, you're playing at home against Indy this week.
Yeah, I think Russell Wilson this week versus Indy is good. I think Russell Wilson moving forward for the rest of the season is at least minimum, back in QB1. I mean, probably maybe even middle range.
I mean, he'll be top 15 at worst.
Top 15 out there. Definitely worth looking. A guy who's also been looking really good thus far this year is Jared Goff, like we talked about earlier. He is worth a look. And even Deshaun Watson, who's just getting good with these rushing yards as well, almost was the first rookie quarterback to beat the Patriots up in Foxborough. I mean, he is breathing life back into DeAndre Hopkins even.
Hopkins is finding his way into that wide receiver 1 discussion again, which is incredible.
He's trying to creep into that back end wide receiver 1 discussion again because Watson is just giving it to him. That's all you need to do.
Just force it to him. I mean, he's talented. Just force it to him. He's never going to
necessarily be wide open because it's all over him all the time. But his catch range is so great. All he's got to do is get the ball in his area. Seriously, just get the ball around the guy. He'll make it happen for you.
Let's do it.
All right, baby. That is waivers.
There it is. Once again, if you liked what you saw, please subscribe below. We truly appreciate it. Also, give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give us questions. Leave them in the comment section. We love getting to you, hearing from you. We love you so much.
Holler at us with those who do I start questions. We will get back to you in orderly fashion.
Thank you very much for watching. We will see you next time.